Welcome to the Esoteric Empire. Today's channeled message is you saw the signs. In other words, you were aware of whatever has happened, whatever is happening, the reason why you clicked on this video. You saw the signs. Now, the thing that I'm realizing for you and what I'm seeing is that you didn't understand, you didn't comprehend the signs. You have the gift of having intuition, maybe discernment, maybe dreams, sight, being able to hear the real message, but you did not understand what those signs were. So today we're going to figure out what's going on with this situation. Okay. Authority. So something in charge, obviously, is what authority is. This authority is power. This could be a masculine authority figure. They had control. Okay, we got two cards here. Victory and success and love begins. So I feel like you saw this power source or this person as your means to success, as your way to get to victory. There was love involved in the situation, and I feel like there was harmony. These are the things that you felt from this very stoic, serious individual. Pathway, like I was saying, you saw this person as your means, as your way to get to one end to the other, your pathway. You saw this person a part of your path, a part of your journey. And if it's not a person, it could be a company, it could be a job, it could be a mindset. The authority is representation of a structured, serious power source. You saw that as your way to have victory, success, love, and you felt like that was a part of your path. King of Cups, the Sun. Cancer, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces. These are the signs that I'm seeing. But nonetheless, this was the target for you, for your happiness. This energy, this sign, this person, they held an emotional intelligence. So they fulfilled the emotional part of you that you had been feeling like was lacking, or they filled a spiritual void for you. And that's all you wanted. That's all you wanted. It's like they would say one thing and you would hear another. You were double-minded, but in a positive way. You saw it as a positive thing. You saw their light as a positive duality to your mindset or to what you've always known. Or it's kind of like sometimes when someone is saying something, but you want to imagine that they mean something different. So it can go in both ways. It can be positive or negative. Yeah, Four of Cups. There's a sense of complacency or boredom. Moving forward. It's almost like you had this moment in life where you felt stuck, or you just felt like, okay, I think I'm ready to move forward, but like, I don't know which direction to go. I don't know which place to go to. I don't know who's supposed to be a part of that journey. And so you just stayed put. I think you were focusing on work. You were focusing on family. You were focusing on, things that need to be done, things that need to be completed. But in the back of your mind, you always had this conflicting energy of, I don't know, like this doesn't feel right, like just confusion. There could have been lies around, but it was a lot of mental stagnancy. Stagnance. I don't know if that's the word. You couldn't make a decision. Indecisive energy. And the thing is, I think you may have even felt guilty because things were working out. Like from the outside looking in, your status or your family situation specifically, it looked like things were going so well. It looked like you were everything that you needed, you had. But in reality, you're like, that's not what I want. This isn't, I don't feel fulfilled. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel empty. And then we have this Seven of Cups. So there's these options and these pathways that are being shown to you. And there's just confusion. Everything looks beautiful. All your choices look amazing. But the confusion that comes with making the choice stops you. It paralyzes you. It gets you to just not even make a movement. So you're aware of these pathways. You're aware of direction that is available for you to go. You just don't know which one you want to do because maybe you're afraid of messing up. Come on, talk to me, Spirit. It's like, it's so close. Like the answer is so close, yet it's so far away. And I feel like that's how you feel. It's like deep down, you know what you want, but you're like, but do I really know what I want? Everything is like a double-minded question, a double-minded answer. Yeah, yes, mental conflict. You see? Mental conflict. Mental conflict. You have one way that you want to go, and then in the back of your mind, you're like, but am I making the right decision? Every step you take, you still feel like I'm doing it, and then somehow something comes along where you're like, am I doing the right thing? And so what is that? What is that? Material harvest versus, okay, yes. Ugh, okay, this is what I was thinking. So as soon as I said, what is this? My mind said it's a versus situation. It's a battle. And so we got material harvest versus temptation, right? And so, okay, I'm getting the chills. So this is a completion. This is like when you work hard towards something and you get the result. That's what this material harvest is. Now this, my friend, temptation, this is about self-indulgence, addiction, or just even satisfaction in something that is more based on a on a selfish way. So being satisfied in a selfish way, something that doesn't have any real result, nothing that will come from it. It's just pure satisfaction of a selfish desire. This is something you work for continuously, and you work hard and you do what you're supposed to do. And not to say that temptation cannot also be a part of that, but material harvest is different because this is about a cycle. This is a planned situation. There's a season and a reason for why you're doing it. It's way bigger than just a moment of feeling something good. And what I'm seeing is there's your ego versus your soul's purpose. Your ego versus your soul's purpose. And when I say ego, what I mean is your flesh versus your spirit. Right? Wow. Okay. So it's starting to make a little bit more sense. And so you're conflicted because you're conflicted within yourself, obviously, but it's showing up in things that you want versus things that you want. So what happens when you have two choices and both of them are things that you want? Because we have temptation and then we have material harvest. So I would have to pose a question to you. What do you want ultimately? What's your goal ultimately? Do you want instant gratification, or do you want long-term growth? And I don't want to frame it like temptation is bad, because maybe you're at a phase in your life where temptation is what you need. You need to be indulgent. You know, there's certain phases for everyone. I'm not here to tell you what's good or bad, but I want to be very clear on what each of them hold. So this to me, right, taking good and bad out of it, this to me is instant gratification, but a sense of wondering and a loss of direction after it's fulfilled. It's kind of like a what now? This is a very long journey that takes a lot of discipline, which is not easy, and sacrifice, but there is a actual tangible goal that is set and that can and will be met because of the process that it takes to inhibit this or to have this, to obtain this. So it's about what do you want, you know, because you can have what you want either way, but it's like, do you want it the quick way, or do you want it to be intentional, long, disciplined, And I'm saying that, and for some reason, I keep getting the message to remind you, it's not easy. Material harvest is not easy. So I think this is another way to say to you, because some of you still may be unclear on what these choices are. This temptation, whether you think that it looks good on paper, whatever this is, it's the thing that comes the easiest. It's the thing that you don't have to work for. It's the thing that won't really have lasting results. This is the thing that's harder to do. So whereas it looks peaceful, it looks spiritual, it looks, quaint, it looks righteous, it's the hardest thing to do. So it's the harder choice. And it's the thing that you have to keep recommitting yourself to, or keep keeping yourself focused on. This doesn't take much to keep it or to have it. It's like, it's just there. You can have it, you can grasp it. It just doesn't yield any more results past it. Once you have it, that's it. Then you almost feel depleted, like, oh shit, like why did I do that? What was that for? Why did I do, but this is like, no, I'm putting in all my effort. I have a plan. I have days where it's going to be raining and it's hard for me to complete what I need to get done. I have days where I don't want to get up and finish it, but I have to, because this is important to me. This is a battle. This is a marathon. This is, child, I don't even know, get rich quick. Like, I don't want to make it sound bad, but like, there's a difference. There is a difference. So, okay, let's say if this is a job, right? This is the job where you get paid really well. There's a lot of money coming in very quickly, but you may get fired quick, or you may not have any like, retirement or a pension with this one. This, however, there's a slow process. You do kind of like the more normal, gradual progression, but there is benefits. There's a retirement plan. There is progression within the status of this job. It lasts as long as you make it last. Okay. So, wow. Wow. So it's a battle between the flesh and the spirit. And I don't want to say that in a way that means it's just negative. It is negative because obviously there's confliction and there's stagnation, but it's not negative because you're the authority here. You are the person who gets to decide. And this is all a part of your path anyways. Going back to this pathway. This is a cycle of you getting to the next checkpoint within your life. And that's an exciting point. It's just not exciting when you have no idea what's going on. And I think that's how you've been feeling for a while. You're like, I don't know why I can't figure this out. I feel like every move I make, I'm going against something else. But it's not that you're going against something else. It's just that you have not completely chosen your choice. You have to choose your path. You can't just do it and then like still be questioning the path that you've chosen. Otherwise, you're not going to put your all. We have 6 of Cups. So you do have this reminiscent energy, this nostalgia of things that have happened before, things that have happened in your childhood, or just things that have happened before, and you're comparing it to your now. And that's, to me, I don't know why this was about to come out, but that's the root of all evil. When you compare what you had to what you have. And the reason why is because it forces you to not focus on what you want and where you want to go. Because that desire is there for a reason. A lot of people say desire is wrong, desire is bad, but desire allows you to know which direction you're headed in. And it also allows you to measure how low or how high you're vibrating. I don't know if vibrating is the word, child, but the frequency that you're on, right? The level that you're on spiritually. Because what you want reflects a lot of what you have going on inside of you, or what you feel like you need to fulfill. The Star. So you have a dream. Ooh, and it's scary. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got freaked out, but it's scary to you. It's a beautiful, if it were to work out, it would be beautiful. It would be amazing. It would be everything that you want and more. And you would feel powerful. You would feel magical. And you would almost feel mystical. And it would also help other people. But it's kind of scary. It's deep. It's not just like on the surface. The Devil. Here comes that temptation again. The fear is you being able to do something that you've never done before. So I have a feeling that your temptation are things that you've already experienced, and you're afraid to make that disconnect and to move forward. The temptation is the temptation because you already know what lies around that corner. The temptation is being able to break a cycle, untie yourself from a chain, or to break away or break free from things that have you in bondage because of familiarity or just nostalgia or loyalty that you think is loyal just because you've been taught loyalty in a negative form. There's so many ways that this is coming up, and you're learning. I do want to commend you on that. You're learning. You're taking the time to really do the research. You're asking God for direction. You're asking the Most High for direction. You're praying for answers, for clarity, for substance, for direction, for discernment, for knowledge, for basic information and wisdom that will help you get from point A to point B in a way that is pushing you on your path, not just to have it, not just to sound smart, but to actually be on your path. And that's what's showing up here with this Queen of Wands. And you are nurturing that. You are becoming closer to being a master of your own fate and your own passions. You are getting that much closer. The Queen of Wands is not known for being smart within tarot, but the Queen of Wands absorbs so much, obtains so much energy, learns the craft, learns different traits, skills, qualifications, is open to listening, is open to building bridges, but also is open to burning bridges as well. There's a duality that comes with the Queen of Wands, and that energy is very misunderstood at times. But the Queen of Wands within herself knows herself. She knows why she's doing things. And that's the energy that I feel like you're getting closer to tapping back into, so that you can get right back into this seat of authority for your path. And I want you to be very aware that when the Queen of Wands comes up to me in my readings, when I see that, I'm like, yeah, you're getting there. There's time that still needs to be invested in what you're doing, but you're on that path of like, okay, if I don't know how to do this, let me learn how to do it real quick, but I'm going to do it today. That energy of I'm going to do it is what fuels the Queen of Wands to learn. And whatever pops up, whether it's like, oh, I don't know how to do this, or oh, I didn't buy that, or I forgot to do this, or I didn't think about this, the Queen of Wands energy of I will accomplish this today, or I will do this, is what pushes you past those obstacles. And a lot of times that's all it takes, is getting past the obstacles that present themselves. Because once you get past it, then you can really do what you need to do. You can really make things happen. So we have this fear. I would say that you definitely want to step away from the fear aspect of what do I do next? Where do I go? I think you have to realize there's no right or wrong answer. It's all a matter of, if you're doing the wrong thing, you're going to feel wrong. If you're doing the right thing, you're going to feel maybe even nothing. It's not that you're just going to feel happy, but you may feel nothing, meaning that you may feel bliss for a moment, you know, like you may not have to feel anger or bitterness or resentment or anxiety. Like sometimes when you're doing the right thing, it's not that you have to feel this overwhelming sense of joy. It just means that you feel like nothing is wrong. And I think that's something that a lot of us have forgotten to feel. Like, what is it? Do you remember what it feels like to feel like nothing is wrong? Like you don't have to worry about anything. That's a blessing, to not have to worry about anything. And I think you want to get back to that, but you're so used to just chaos and stress that it's like, when you do have that moment of it, when you're choosing the right thing where you don't feel anything wrong, you're like, what is wrong? Like something is about to happen. Like, you know what I mean? So you psych yourself out. And then there's paranoia, there's anger, there's stress. But you have a new way coming towards you spiritually that's going to clear all of this up. And you also have a relationship that's coming through. And as I say that, I just saw that I have this here, harmony. And this could be with the person, but it doesn't have to be. But what I'm seeing is there's a new blossoming relationship or a new blossoming connection with someone that truly allows you to spiritually feel at peace, at peace, at peace, at peace. King of Cups here. He's back. This King of Cups. It seems like this person or this energy, because we also saw this person, but we saw this person here, this King of Cups, in a different form, but we saw this person. And I think what's happening is you're going to somehow end up right back with this energy around you. And the path that you're going is going to remind you that it is vital for you to have that creative and emotional and spiritual freedom. It's vital for your path. It's not something that you can just do away with. You have to have it for your path, specifically for you. And I think the restriction that you've been feeling has been causing you to not know which way to go. But this, my friend, this energy of emotional intelligence, this energy of calmness, being soothed, being at peace, having faith, being spiritually sound. These are the things that have to be a part of your path. And maybe this is another way for you to identify which path you need to go down. All right. So I really hope that this message helped you have awareness of what's your next step, because life is always moving. It's our choice to move with it, or to stay stagnant, or to go backwards. Right now you're staying stagnant, which is something that can be changed. And I think that you're being forced to change it because life is passing you by, and you don't want to wake up one day and be like, why didn't I just do what I wanted to do? The longer we wait to do things, it's almost like the harder it gets to do what you want to do, whether it's your body, whether it's aging, whether it's more responsibilities. Start now, so that the longer that you're living and the further you go through life, at least you have more things that you wanted as you get through life, because life is life. But if you start now and you start adding those beautiful things into your life, implementing those right people, experiencing the right energies, doing the things that you want to do, it just creates a different atmosphere of what life could be, a different perspective. And we see people all the time online or on documentaries where they have this freedom and this artistic energy of living life and being happy just by simply doing what they want to do and finding the joy in doing what they want to do. And you can be one of those people. You just have to allow yourself to do what you want. And that's why I said there is no good or bad. You choose what you want. You choose. But when you choose it, go after it wholeheartedly. I think that's the problem. You're like halfway in, halfway out. Pick a side and go for it. And if it doesn't work out, at least because you started early, you still have time to do the next thing if that didn't work out for you. Do you see what I'm saying? But life is about constant moving and change and just exploration, for God's sake. Nothing is set in stone but death. Go after what you want to go after. And that's what I'm going to say. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like a reading, email me. I am open for readings all the time. Leave a thumbs up if this resonated for you. And I'll see you in the next reading. All right, bye.